All right, so I'm about to play you guys a voicemail from one of my customers. After you listen to that, we're going to talk about setting customer expectations, not taking from customers, and ultimately why I told this lady to get.
Hey, this is Kate. I just got a message from my son who is at my house that he's having to move all of the furniture and plants off of the front and back porch or they won't do the work. If you would please call me and let me know what the situation is, I sure would appreciate it. This is not good. Please call me.
Okay, so to put this in context, I get a notification on my phone that a customer had filled out an InstaQuote on my website and they had accepted it, but they didn't self-schedule. At the same time that I get that notification, the customer receives the estimate via email, which also has our terms and conditions attached. And in order for them to either approve or decline the estimate and schedule it, they also are agreeing to the terms and conditions that we've attached. For my company, the terms and conditions that we use are the customer contract.
We've put together the most intensive training the industry has ever seen. Over 6 hours of in-depth training on the best methods for cleaning houses, roofs, driveways, and every other surface you might encounter on a residential job site. How to wash covers, the chemicals to use, how to mix them, the equipment, the best methods to make you the most efficient and profitable you can be. How to wash is less than the price of one house wash, so don't wait. Click the link below.
And it covers all kinds of things that are really important, including the moving of furniture prior to our arrival. Now, essentially, it's just highlighting all the main things that we want our customers to know about, to be aware of, in order to help manage expectations. And I'm going to show you guys the text exchange after the initial quote was received by my customer. And this is just an added layer outside of 𝐤𝑂𝑇𝐼Q and InstaQuote that I do to further secure the job for my customers. So here it is. Hey there, this is Mike with All American. We can clean your home for $400. What day would you like to get on the schedule? Her reply, I'll take it if you can do it this week. Perfect, tomorrow around noon. Yes, sir, wowzer, should have called you first. Thank you so much. Yes, you should have. A smiley face emoji. Just out of curiosity, why are you calling us now? I called another company and left a voicemail, never called back. So I Googled and found you and your online quote was super easy to use. Gotcha. I have you on the schedule for Thursday around noon. Something you may notice is I said around noon, right? I very rarely like to give concrete times because we all know that stuff can happen. You can get caught in traffic. There could be a storm. Something doesn't come clean and you need to spend more time at a previous job. All of these things happen. And that's why, again, managing expectations around noon, not at noon. And also in one of the automated emails that I've got up, I do say that we have a window of about an hour before the appointment to get there and get started because things do happen, right? Again, managing expectations, putting it all out there so the customer doesn't get let down. So then on Thursday at 12:17 p.m., remember I said around noon. Hello, just checking in. Are we still on for today? And I say, yeah, we should be there this afternoon. First job took a little longer than anticipated. Worst case scenario, we will be there tomorrow morning and I will keep you updated. And then she says, I do need it done by this weekend for sure though. And I reply back, you got it. Okay, so I got to let you guys know that that first job took way longer than anticipated, and we were unable to get to this lady's house as we had told her. But I did let her know that we were going to be there the next afternoon. Again, not giving her a firm time, but I did let her know that we were going to be there prior to the weekend, like she had said. So the next day is Friday, and at 8:09 a.m., good morning. May I ask what time you will be here today? I need to run out unexpectedly for about an hour. I should be back by 9:30. Well, the thing about it is I told her we were going to be there in the afternoon, so I think she just wanted to have a better understanding. So I tell her we're going to be there in the afternoon and we will get it all taken care of. And then I'm going to email her an invoice, which she could pay online later. Her response was perfect. I won't be here this afternoon either. Thank you so much for helping me out. You are a godsend! Exclamation points. I will make sure the garage is closed when I leave later this morning. And that was one of the things that we have in the customer contract to make sure that everything is moved out of the driveway if you're getting your driveway cleaned, having your windows shut, having your garage closed. So I know that she read the contract and I say, perfect. Thank you so much. So we had another job that morning. The next job is this lady's. He shows up, he gets to work. I don't hear anything about it until I received the voicemail that you guys just heard. Now, we do have things in our contract that are very important, things that we run across all of the time that need to be addressed with our customers. And there are things within the contract that we don't normally take like a tremendously hard line on. If somebody somebody has a couple things that they need to be moved, not a big deal, right? It doesn't take us a lot of time. I'm not going to charge them any extra fees. We're not going to say a thing. We're just going to move them. Okay. We're going to do our job. And 9 times out of 10, we'll put them back. If not, like if it's something that we think might get damaged, if some kind of residual runoff should, get on them, if there's some light bleach that's left on the house or whatever, it's dripping. Not likely. In fact, it's never happened, but it could. So we mitigate that potential liability and just leave the stuff out. Something that would take all of about 5 minutes, move a couple cushions or something like that back onto the porch. But this was a different scenario. And as you heard from the voicemail, this lady was pretty upset, and it sounded like her son was really put out as a result. So obviously, after I get this message, I talked with my technician who was still at the job working away, and he had said, I asked the guy if he could help me move some stuff, and they moved the stuff together. They tarped some things. Apparently, there was a tremendous amount of stuff that we were not going to be able to move by ourselves, stuff that those two couldn't move by themselves. And so that's why we have tarps. That's why we have plastic. And that was it. And, I talked to Mac, and he was like, yeah, no, dude, the guy was smiling. He was happy. He was like, yeah, I understand. Stuff happens. Just a good dude. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing that would have raised any flags or rang any bells for Mac to be aware of. And so I didn't think anything of it. The work was complete. Mac closes out the invoice, and it automatically sends to the customer. And that's when I get this text message. Mike, $400 is what I agreed to if all the furniture and plants were moved. My son had to stop work and move it all. He was told there would be a fee for moving it, and they would have to come back another day to do that. I left you a message. I am not happy at all. My furniture and plants are still in the middle of my yard. My son had to rush so he could get back to work, and he did the best he could. So, minus the cost of the moving everything at breakneck speed, could you please tell me what I owe you for the house pressure washing? Now, I trust Mac. He's been with me for over 4 years. Great employee, goes above and beyond every single time. And not at all what the story that he told me was. And I don't have a lot of tolerance for people like this. And so my response was simply this. That's ridiculous. And clearly your son didn't give you very good information. I don't want or need anyone's money that acts like this. Enjoy your free house wash. Okay, so I sent that at 6:25 p.m. And then at 6:56 p.m., I am truly sorry. Please accept my payment. My son really has nothing to do with any of you and I doing business. I'm thankful he was able to move the furniture so you could do your job. I do know you quoted $400. All I know is that your employees did not move anything and my son did. I am new to the world of taking care of projects like this as my husband has recently passed away. Perhaps I didn't make myself clear enough. Again, I apologize for my bad attitude and I sincerely would have you take my payment. So she obviously ended up paying the invoice, which is great. The thing about this is we did our part, right? We answered super fast. She loved the speed at which we were able to get her a quote, that we got back to her in a timely manner. We were a godsend, right? We were able to meet her time frame that she needed it to be done. I know the job was done beyond perfection because that's how we operate. And she got all bent out of shape. She read the terms and conditions. She knew what was expected. And for whatever reason, and I don't know if there was communication between her and her son that was the issue, but the bottom line is, in order to have smooth transactions on a regular basis, you have to put things into place like the customer contract, like a good way to get that contract to your customers so they can read it, whether that's in an email that, highlights everything for them, whether it's attached to a quote that you can send in a professional manner that makes your company look so much better than the guy that just doesn't return phone calls or eventually will get back to you, right? Being professional, being a good communicator. So everybody is on the same page from day one. I thought that we were there. I thought that we had done everything that we can, and we have put everything into place in order to make those things happen. But on occasion, you run into somebody like this. However, I refuse to put up with bullshit from anybody, right? Yes, I am in the customer service business, ultimately providing a superior customer experience. And in my opinion, that customer experience is one of the most important things when you're running any kind of business, right? You want these people to come back. If you can increase that lifetime value of the customer by having them as repeat customers, then that's great for business. Less marketing dollars spent acquiring customers. You just have those people coming back to you every single year. But again, it's all about managing expectations. It's all about good communication. And with all that being said, You can do all that in Quote IQ, but definitely check Quote IQ out. It's available on the Apple Store. It is available on the Google Play Store. And if you want to get 3 months for 50% off, you can get that at myquoteiq.com. And we're also giving away the Ford F-150 at the end of this month. So all premium, platinum, or ultimate subscribers, they are already registered to win that thing. And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See ya.